Hi, everybody. Good evening. I hope you are having a great sales week, or sales day. I know it's just Monday. I'm going to do a quick what sold video, and this what sold video is going to cover the 15th until the 21st of February 2025. We're going to start off with Poshmark. And just a spoiler alert, as you can see at the top of my screen, we actually made sales on all three platforms this week, which was awesome. We haven't sold anything. This is my consignment store tab over there, the little star looking design. We haven't sold anything there yet because I still haven't taken any of the warm weather clothes to consignment just yet. I have a bunch that I need to take, but I just haven't gotten over that way yet. As a lot of you know, I'm dealing with really bad nausea with this pregnancy. So honestly, I hardly leave the house anymore. All right, but let's go ahead and dive into sales. So on Poshmark, I sold a bundle of two Tord tops. So exciting to get a bundle sale. I always love that. I don't sell many bundles on Poshmark, even though I will give a pretty good discount on bundles. I just don't get too many of those sales. And I was really happy to get rid of this because this I've had listed for like 2 years and I only wore it one time. So it was like new. And I don't know why it just was sitting for so long. So these were two Tord tops, and I sent a bundle offer of $27. And after fees, which was 540, our earnings were 2160. However, we do consider each item's cost of good to be $4. So subtract 8 from that, and you'll see how much we actually profited. Also, just on the note of Torrid, so I don't get too excited over Torrid anymore. If I'm in the thrift shop, I really, really look at jeans. Not that I'm even sourcing anymore, but if I was, um, I would really look at jeans and like the crotch of them in between the thighs, make sure there's no wear, make sure there's no stretching in the denim, like that rippling look that a lot of times will happen like near the crotch or the hips. I really have to make sure an item's in really good condition. And I probably would not really pick up any tops from Torrid at the thrift store unless they were new with tags. And even then, like it's been really tough for me to sell these, even brand new Torrid tops. Um, I have them listed for like $15 and they're just sitting. All right, next we have a pair of Democracy Ab Solution, the Ab Technology jeans. These I just picked up and listed, and they sold, I think, the same day that I posted them. I didn't even get them cross-posted. I had them listed for 30. Someone liked them, and I sent an offer to Liker for 10% off. So that took off $3, and they accepted it immediately. I was super happy to get those sold so quickly. And I actually looked, you can see here on Flip, if you type in democracy, democracy. This is a cool thing about this is it keeps all of your old listings on here so you can be like, oh, I wonder how this brand does for me. I know how it does for other sellers, but how does this brand do for me? So if I wanted to look up, like if I couldn't, if I, let's say I found some on Facebook Marketplace, or I'm looking here on Poshmark and doing my sourcing on that, and I'm like, oh, someone has a bunch of Chico's Travelers items. Let me see how those have done for me in the past. I can just type something like a keyword in, like Chico's Travelers or Democracy, whatever brand I want to look up, or keyword like maybe midi dress or cottagecore, and it'll pull up any listing that I've had with that in the title. So these are all Democracy jeans that I have sold in the past. And as you can see, I think these were an 18. I don't want to click on things. These are like an 18. And these have all been 14s. And you can see that they actually all sold on Poshmark. So that tells you that that would be the best place to list them. And the only weird thing is when it shows $30 on here, that's how much I originally listed it for. So that's not necessarily how much it sold for. I don't really know why Flip does that. However, if you open the tabs, you will see what it actually sold for. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah. So these, were they an 18? They were an 18W, yeah. These sold for $40. These sold for 21. These also sold for 21. I think this was like someone had bundled them maybe and I sent an offer for like 42 or something. And these sold for 27. So you can kind of get an idea of how much you could get out of them. So that's one thing I like about Flip. So those sold for 27. Then there was this Sherpa throw that I had gotten. I think I got it like on clearance or something from Aldi a couple years ago. A red one, a blue one, and then some other one that was similar. And two of them have sold already, and I think one is still listed. And it sold for $20. So definitely keep it a lookout for after holiday clearance. Because look, this sold in February. I mean, it's not necessarily Christmas, but it kind of has a Christmas vibe with the red plaid. Next was this really cute vintage Eric Carle Hungry Caterpillar outfit. This did not have a size tag, but I included measurements, and I said that my kids wore this when they were in that 3 to 6 month range. Uh, and it sold for $19. I believe I only had this listed for about a month or so. I was sad that this sold because I love this dress. This was a really cute flared sleeve dress. It was super groovy looking. I wore it to like a decades day that we did back when I was teaching, and it was really fun. And I also included a picture of me wearing it because sometimes I think that if it's something is of your own, or if it's not, and you can find like a picture of like a stock image or like a model wearing it, it helps to show what the dress looks like. So I had a really cute picture when I was dressed up in during Decades Day wearing this dress, and it just kind of gives a good idea of what it looks like on an actual human body. So this sold for 20. And lastly, on Poshmark were these Sailor Moon jeans. I was like a little bit I wouldn't say irritated, but they left a um feedback, and it was 5 stars, so that was good. But the feedback said, oh, I think the measurements were kind of off because these fit kind of big, but other than that everything was as described, and I really love them. And I was thinking, how could my measurements be off? I have measurements like the actual tape measure and the listing in the pictures, like you can see where my tape measure is, or I have a tape measure or a ruler, and I'm like, you can see where I'm measuring, like how is it off? And I think that maybe they didn't realize that these were mom jeans, even though they said mom jeans in the title and in the description. And so you can kind of see like on the model here where they're kind of like baggy, because that's how mom jeans are supposed to fit, right? They're like kind of loose and relaxed. So I don't know if that's what they meant, but I was like, whatever. At least it was a 5 star feedback. But I was like, yeah, okay, my measurements are off, sure. But those over 30. Then we'll move on to eBay. This was really an unfortunate case. So these were a pair of maternity Bermuda shorts. I have no idea where they are. When I went to pull them on Flip, I saw that they had our old style of envelope SKU system. So like now when something sells, all of our things are numbered here because like I mentioned before, when I've shown like the boxes and everything that we have are numbered. So they're numbered in groups of 8. So I have 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 11 through 24. And then we'll have like envelopes 1 through 8 and box 1 through 8 in order. Well, I used to have them like named. Like A was like the first box was A, Anna. The next one was B is Ben and things like that. And that was just like an easy little thing to do when we only had like, I don't know, 20 boxes of stuff. And we just would on the envelopes, it would say like Anna 1, Anna 2, and I would just stuff as many as I could of those envelopes into the Anna bin. Well, that was just kind of messy and sporadic. So we stopped doing that and we revamped our inventory system. Well, so when I went to pull these, they were like Noah 12. And I was like, that's not good. I redid the whole inventory system. There should no longer be names associated and attached to items. So it kind of freaked me out. And then I went back onto Flip, which was kind of a neat thing. And like I said before, you can search up keywords. So I looked up maternity and I noticed that where are the shorts at? Okay. I noticed these were posted April 3rd. And as you see, these maternity jeans were also posted April 3rd. And so I went back to my listings. So take that off. Sort by oldest created. And I searched until I got to around April and I pulled up like 10 listings. And I looked, used that, and I put up all those listings. They had sold, some had sold, most had sold, some hadn't. And I wanted to see like where the other items that were listed around that same time period, that same day, what did I put those in? And most of them, except for these shorts and then that one other maternity item, most all the other ones have been placed in numbers. Like they had been gone along with the revamp, but the maternity shorts and maternity jeans it did not. And so the only thing I could think of is because I was not selling much maternity, I don't sell much maternity like at all, as in it doesn't sell. Like I list it, but it doesn't sell. The only thing I could think of is I pulled them and was going to delist them because I was like, these have sat, they don't sell. I'm just going to donate them and I didn't take them off. That's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea. So I reached out to the buyer and I apologized and I told her if you would like to, I will give you a $25 credit towards anything in the store and I can send you that in its place. And then I didn't hear from her. So I reached out 2 days later and I was like, hey, I just, was getting a notification to ship these again and I just wanted to reach back out. If you would like to have a credit, let me know. Otherwise, I can refund you and it should get back to you like right away. Please let me know. Didn't hear from her. So then I think it was 2 days later, and I just went ahead and canceled the order. And we will see if it affects my eBay score or not. It really sucks. I hate when stuff like that happens. It's not often that we lose an item, and I don't know how this even happened. But I still haven't heard anything back from her. And she hasn't left feedback. So I'm not even really sure if she has noticed that it got canceled. Maybe in like a week when she realizes they haven't gotten delivered, she might check her eBay and see she's got messages from me. I'm not really sure, but I'll let you guys know how that plays out. And also, yeah, so again, I wouldn't bother with maternity. It's very, very rare we sell maternity. Of course, I say that, and we did actually just sell two maternity t-shirts that were lotted up, but those had been sitting for over a year. I just don't find it worth it. Next was a baby bunting outfit. This was 3 to 6 months, and this sold as part of a sale I was doing. I was running a 20, I think 20 or 30% off sale. It was something, I think it was like maybe 20. And this had free shipping. So we didn't make a ton, but luckily the person who, oh no, I take that back. She sent an offer, I think maybe. I think it was 20. She sent 15. I did 17, something like that. But anyway, she was in Virginia and, obviously I'm in North Carolina. So it didn't have to go too far. I knew shipping would be cheap. I figured the most expensive would be that we had to ship it in a flat rate envelope, but we probably wouldn't even have to do that. And as you see here, the way that my husband shipped it off, which was through, what is it, Ground Advantage, was only $5.94. So our earnings after that was $8.37. Take off the $4 cost of goods, $4.37. Not too bad for something that's been sitting around. Then this was that cute dress that I just got in that my mom picked up for $1 at the consignment store sale, and it sold for 17. Not like a ton, but it was sitting for I think 2 days, 3 days maybe. And our profit was $9.54. Next was a pair of men's Arizona jeans. This was when I was picking up anything new with tags, and these sold for $19. I think they were 25 maybe. They sent an offer, I countered 19 and they accepted. Next was a pair of men's new with tags shorts. Same deal. I saw they were a bigger size and new with tags. These have been sitting for a little bit. I want to say maybe since last year, and they sold for 20. A Betsy Johnson purse, which was from my high school days, I think, and this sold for 20. A chic soul top that I bought off of somebody, a reseller on Facebook. And this was right after I lost, I think, all of my baby weight for my second baby. And I kind of wasn't realizing that I was smaller than I thought I was. So I bought a lot of her plus size stuff and I got it in and I was like, okay, I'm actually not this size anymore. And so I ended up selling a lot of it, or I have a lot of it to still sell. This sold for $13.68. This was two different outfits that were Ralph Lauren little baby boy outfits in size 3 months. She did buy these separately, and yeah, so she paid shipping separately. She paid 398 for both or for either, and it cost 222 to ship each of them. So it cost 444 for one label. I don't know if my husband sent a shipping refund or not, because he handles all that. When he does the shipping and he sees someone bought together, he figures all that out. So I'm not sure if he refunded her that little bit amount or not. But this sold for 1140, as did this one. And lastly, on eBay was this Vermont Country Store dress, and it's already been delivered, positive feedback, and that sold for $24. Now moving on to, oh, I didn't even give my totals, did I? So on Poshmark, our total was 86.40 in profit, and very similarly on eBay, our total profit was 86.89. And now, surprisingly, to moving on to our two Mercari orders, we have a pair of Tord relaxed bootcut jeans in size 14. The really cool thing about having your own reselling closet is like I was trying to find a pair of jeans to wear to my doctor's appointment and I didn't have any jeans at the time and I was like let me go and look up my size and like my neighboring sizes like a size smaller and bigger in my Poshmark closet and I went on Flip and typed in jeans and then my size range and I was able to see all my inventory and what might could fit and was able to pull it and try it on and I fit these jeans and I wore them to my doctor's appointment, took them home, made sure, nothing had ripped on them or anything. I washed them and put them right back into inventory. And I feel like that's just so fun. Obviously, you need to be careful because you want to make sure you don't stain anything or that it's in the condition it was photographed in. But that's just one of my favorite things about having a resale closet. All right, these sold for $34.79. I was super surprised that they sold right away on Mercari for that price. Because I think that Mercari they still have to pay. I guess that's not that bad, right? $1.72 for the buyer protection fee, and now Mercari is charging seller fees. But like, look at how low that is. That's not that bad, right? But this is what's crazy. Mercari is insane with shipping prices because they make you ship priority. And so they charge 13.17. And I hate that even if it's like 1 pound and 1 ounce, they will charge you for 2 pounds. Crazy. And the second and last thing on Mercari was this Tord hoodie. It was sold the same day. They were both on the 15th, and that sold for $24. That had been on my closets for a long time. I don't know why it sat for so long. It was one of mine, and I guess just because it's the smallest size Tord carries. It's a 00, which is like a large. So maybe that's why. But it sold for $24. So my total profit on Mercari was 42.87. 42.87. And so my total profit on all three platforms for the week of February 15th through February 21st was $216.16, which means in the first 3 weeks of February, we've profited $458.31. Of course, that's pretty low. There were some weeks where we were making that much in like 1 week, but it's okay. I'm getting back in the swing of listing stuff more often and cross posting more frequently. So hopefully that will start to show. I mean, that's already a lot better than the week before, right? So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this What Sold video. Luckily, there were several more solds than there have been recently. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.